Satnam. This time out, we are going to explore and learn to do Surya Namaskar, commonly known as sun salutes. But before we get into the technical aspect of it, here's a little story about Yogi Bhajan and Surya Namaskar. Once I was there with a number of other people in his living room and when he was in New Mexico. And I think it was early in 2001. And it was brought up about warm-ups and sun salutes. And his description of when he was much younger, he used to do Surya Namaskars as a warm-up. He described it when the sun was at 15 degrees, just coming up off the horizon. And I was very curious because there are many versions of sun salutes. And I asked him about that. Sir, what sun salute would you recommend? And he just looked at me with that look of figure it out. So we've opted as part of the Kundalini Yoga practice to do a very simple version. And even with that, there's a fair amount of technique in that, and there's a lot of approaches to it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what it is, maybe a little ideal, but then I'm going to break it down to what's actually doable without becoming so hung up and doing exactly the way I did it, because there's many, many variations and enjoyable steps on the way to a full expression of that. So with that, I'm going to demonstrate this version that we have been practicing of sun salutes. Okay, starting at the front of your mat, feet together or close together. I prefer to start with my hands at the heart, although some prefer it this way. From here, I'm going to inhale down, out, up, raise the heart, and at the end, gently lift the head. Complete inhale. The exhale, bending at the hips with the exhale deeply down. Inhale. Try to lengthen your back. Exhale. Float back. Inhale. This is up dog, which is not the same as cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Push back. This is down dog. Drawing the pelvis back. Lift the chest up. Lengthen. Try to squeeze your arms in a little bit. The last little piece is you can drop the heels, but it's not so important. More about lengthening the spine. We'll do 5 breaths. If you want to take it to a full expression, you can draw your chin in. Gaze downward toward the navel. And after 5, exhale, lengthen the spine, lift the head lightly, jump, inhale, exhale, inhale, come up, and exhale, home. Okay, now we're going to break this down because there are some important components. So, starting with our hands on the ground. Whenever your hands are on the ground, open them up like a starfish and have these 2 fingers more or less parallel, but there can be some variation. Hands are on the ground. From here, what we're going to practice is something called cow dog. Inhale, drawing way down on the low belly, drawing the pelvis back. More about lengthening the spine rather than just pushing the heels down early. That is the final piece. I'm going to practice a few of these. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is where we're going to start to build into what's inside the sun salute. Come down, point the feet, a little baby cobra. Open the hands up. Lift up maybe just this far. Come back on your knees with the exhale. So this is actually related to the sorbandande. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, one more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Step the feet up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, with that component, we can do a much simplified sun salute. Okay, again, energetically draw the thighs up so that your quads are engaged. So there's a rooting down effect. Back to here, lift the heart, hang the shoulders, draw the chin in just a little bit. Palms, I like to start here. Inhale. Exhale. Now you may need to bend your knees, that's okay. Inhale, step back, pause here. Inhale, put your knees down. Exhale. Inhale, little cobra. You don't have to do much, but draw the shoulders back. Come up off the knees, just like we practice with the exhale and down dog. Again, it's about lengthening the spine. Imagine someone's, if you had a tail, tail's being pulled back. Lift the shoulder heads up a bit, and then breathe. As much of a full body breath as you can. On the next exhale, bend the knees, lengthen the spine, lift the head. Step 1, 2. Inhale, exhale. Even if your knees are a little bent, it's okay. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. Heart lifts. Bend at the hips. Exhale. Inhale. Let your knees bend if you need. Exhale. Step back. We'll pause here. Take an extra breath. Inhale. Put your knees down. Exhale. Draw your shoulders down and back. Inhale. Off the knees. Slowly lengthen your spine back. Exhale. Okay, keep breathing. A little more sophisticated. You draw your chin in and lengthen the neck while lengthening the lower back. And using your arms in this fashion to help leverage the lengthening. The next exhale, bend your knees, lengthen your spine, lift your head, step up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Another option, if you're here, you could roll your spine up. It's actually a little more difficult because you have to pay attention to a sequential order of each vertebrae. When you learn to do it like this, actually there's fewer moving parts. But you can do it step by step. A cousin of these sun salutes, something called Sorbandande Kriya. And there's a few versions of that. It has been taught by Yogi Bhajan probably 3 different ways. So I'm just going to show you what I like to do. And it's very similar to what we just practiced. But here's what it is. Inhale on your toes, exhale forward. Here's that part of the sun salute. Except we're not going to change our feet. Inhale. Knees are off the ground. Exhale, lengthen back, drop the heels. Inhale on your toes, exhale, down. Inhale, exhale. And then there's a way to just use it like a roller coaster. The weight of your upper body coming down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and so forth. Come back up. Inhale, exhale. These are all cousins of each other. So whether you do it like that, or there's another cousin, Swan Kriya. Starting in GuruPrem, inhale up to here, exhale, lower down, inhale, exhale. It's the inside part of a sun salute. Inhale, exhale, shoulders down and back, inhale, exhale, keep the hands open. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and so forth. That can be an individual kriya. It's called Swan Kriya. There was Sorbandande, Surya Namaskar, which is the standing version. When you understand it and look closer, you'll see these interchangeable components. When you learn a set of basics, they can apply to all three, and you realize how similar each component is. Once again, do it slowly. Enjoy what you're doing. It's not about doing things perfectly. It just takes some steps, get a little more correct. Keep a yoga face, a little smile. And we'll continue our adventure in discovering the wonderful aspects of Kundalini Yoga. Sat Nam.